been a while. I'm sorry. Pull up a drink or smoke. Tonight, this is quite delicious, I will say. I'm having super fruit punch from Honest Kids. I think it came in my Happy Meal or something that I got for the kids. I don't know, but it's quite delicious. How is everybody? Sorry, Frank is like drinking like a horse. I have not done one of these in a while, and I apologize. So hi to all my new people, and the old people, and the foreign people. Marion, I love you. I know we have a lot of new people, and I've talked to a couple new people, and I'm sorry you're here. But hopefully you gained something. Okay, so let's do an update, shall we? Where in the world has Melissa Bender been? I've been here. I'm not going anywhere. I've been here. So let's see. We failed the Picray. I'm trying to figure out where I left off. We failed the Picray, and then I moved. I was kind of in limbo on the Picray drug freaked me out really bad and gave me a bit of a concern to start another drug in fear that I would have that bad of a reaction. The problem with that bad of a reaction, it can easily affect organs, and they can cause, and then that can cause a problem with your organ to fail or something like that. Not fun. So I was a bit leery to even have a discussion about starting chemo. I kind of wanted to just take a minute, see what was going to happen. And then I was scheduled to see Lee on the 12th, which is still on my calendar right there. And I went in, so I was scheduled to see him on the 12th, which is a Tuesday, which is when I typically see him. And our plan at that time was to discuss when we were going to do a PET. Well, the week before, I guess, I had brilliantly decided it would be a great idea to do some yard work. So I think I decided on Friday I was doing mulch. And by doing mulch, I mean Jason went and bought bags of mulch, and I decided I would carry it from the front yard around to the backyard and then empty the bags into the garden where I wanted the mulch. There was one point where I was doing it, and I was kind of standing a certain way, and when you lift something, you're like, oh, it was kind of one of those. I thought I just pulled a muscle or something. We didn't know. So it kind of hurt. I remember complaining to my sister and my friend because we're on a group text, and they reminded me that you were complaining about that a week ago, so it's probably the same thing. It was. So I was telling them I was having kind of pain up, you can't see, up right here. And your liver's right there. So I was hoping I pulled a muscle from doing mulch. Oh, and then the next day I raked. Brilliant again for me. These are things I should not be doing, but you tell me no, and I think, So started having this little pain. I honestly told my sister and my friend, because we're on this little group text, I said, I bet it's gas. Everything I have is gas. It's just gas. It's never gas. So I was kind of like, okay, we'll just kind of nurse that area. And then a couple days went by, and it was really bad. So on Friday, the 9th, I called my oncologist at 9:01 and said that I was having this pain in my, upper abdomen. And they were kind of like, okay, well, what pain level is that? And I said, on a daily basis, it's like a 5 or a 6. And then when it bites me, it's like an 8. And my doctor said, you need to come in like today. And so I said, okay, and went in. Here's the thing. Let me give you a little tip. If you tell them you have pain, they're going to try to find it. And when they try to find it, it's not gentle. And they don't feel bad. I mean, I think they do feel bad, but they're not apologetic. So I went and saw my PA because I don't need to see my oncologist. My PA can do just as wonderfully. Probably worse. So she literally is like on my bone. She's like pushing to try to figure out, where the pain is. Well, she found it. And I was like, like, what? Mm-mm. So she said, I think you broke ribs 11 and 12. And I said, well, I was doing mulch and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, don't do mulch. I mean, whatever. So I said, okay. And she's like, well, there's nothing we can do with ribs. And I said, yeah, I know. Literally, if you break a rib or something happens with a rib, it's kind of like, oh, good. You have a broken rib. Nothing we can do. I did buy, if you ever need, they have like this ACE bandage. It's not a compression sleeve. It's kind of more of like a keep everything in place so that it doesn't hurt kind of situation. But anyway, I went and saw Sophie and she was pushing and she's like, I think you broke those ribs. I want to get an x-ray. And she looked at my chart and she's like, hey, you're seeing Lee on Tuesday. Why don't we just do a PET scan? And I said, all right. I don't like to know what you need to know. I feel like I need more preparation to be prepared to know. And it was kind of like, hey, do you want to do it today? And I thought, I'm a planner. I need more time. But I did it on Monday. So I went in Friday, got an x-ray. They called me and said, you have two broken ribs, 11 and 12. I don't know where 11 and 12 are. I could Google it, but it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't change anything. So I was like, okay. And so she's like, we want to put you on a little pain regimen, blah, blah, blah. I hate pain pills. I have Oxy. I have all kinds of stuff. I don't like it. If I take an Oxy, I have really bad pain, which I had been taking with this. But at night, because if I take an Oxy now, I'll be asleep in half an hour and I will just sleep the entire day. The pain will be gone, but so is my day. So I would rather just suck it up. So I knew I had a broken rib, but then it was, why did it break? Did it break because I did mulch and I just broke it? Was it trauma from, like, everybody breaking their bones trauma? Was it that there's cancer in there and that it broke the rib? Or, what was the other scenario? Cancer eating it up? Broke from trauma. I think that was it. I feel like there was another scenario, but I don't know what it would be. Anyway, it ended up being the worst case scenario where the cancer ate it up. So I didn't know that, but what happened was on Friday I did the x-ray. They told me it was broken. Monday they call me. I did the PET. Then they call me and they're like, hey, we have your x-ray results and you'll get the rest results from Lee on Tuesday, but you didn't break your rib. And I said, I didn't. Well, then what is this? And they said, well, it's cancer and it's disintegrated the bones. So that's what your pain is from. So we need to get that under control, blah, 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 because they know I don't take pain pills. So I'm on a Tylenol pain regimen that I'm not following. I am following it sort of. Today I took pills and I need to just take Tylenol. I just don't like it. I don't like drugs. And yet I'm in an environment where in order to stay alive, I have to drug myself. So I got my PET report because it's a hell of a lot easier to go off that. And then I looked at it. I wrote June 9th, 9:45 on here. I don't know what I have June 9th at 9:45, but if anybody knows, let me know because I might have to be there. So one, they were going to do a brain MRI. I said no. I told my doctor and Jason, I draw the line at brain. The mask that you have to wear a mask, they put it on. It gets screwed onto the table. No. I don't have anything in the brain. However, their comments about my brain are intensely hypermetabolic 18F FDG activity identified in the gray matter. There's a lot of verbiage in these thingies, but here's the biggest part. So they give you this like report. This is like the shitty section. So these are all the spots that I have. So I have left humeral head, right second rib, right lateral 10th rib, my L5 vertebrae, so that's just L5, so like mid back, right hip, left hip, sacrum, right superior pubis, which is your right front, like your whole right hip, and then my right ischium and ilium on my right and left side are, here's the good thing. No definite new hypermetabolic lesions identified. So that's good news. So all of these are lesions I've already had. Lesions. Cancer spots in my bones that I've already had. But they go through my whole body. So they have my lungs are negative, my right chest. It says that my catheter tip is terminating in the right atrium as before. Let's say this. I don't want to know what that means. My implant is noted again. This implant is ruptured. It's a hot mess. Anyway, it's kind of, I don't know. I'm going to call it news. It's not NED, but if you're going to get growth, bones are the best, and where you already have cancer is the best. So, we're going to start Afinitor. It's $973 a month, I think. $925. $975? I don't know. $900 and not going to pay it amount a month. So I'm working on funding to get that. It's taken with the Foslodex, which is why I decided to stay. So he had asked me what drug I wanted to do, because it's my choice. And he gave me Afinitor or Abraxane. Abraxane is IV. And more harsh. However, I work really well on IV. So I kind of figured that I would just stay on. I mean, I do well on IV, but I thought might as well take the pill. I'm already taking the Foslodex from the Picray. You have to take the Foslodex with this drug. So it's already in my system, because I will tell you, ramping up on that crap sucks, because you get shots. You get 2 shots each time in each butt. So at the very beginning, it's like 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. And now I'm in the 1 month, and my spots hurt. Like, I sit and rub my butt a lot during the day because the spots hurt. But what are you going to do? So that's my pet update. Was not great, but that's not bad. It's fine. The kids are doing good. I'll give you an update on my kids. They're doing good. They're getting cabin fever, as everyone has been. But I did order them, which is why I'm a little pink. We were outside all day today. I ordered them some water stuff outside, so we have activities to do, because I feel like no matter what the rest of the world does, I'm probably going to be hunkered in here, which means that my kids will be hunkered in here. I don't know. It's a really weird time, and it's a scary time. Um, there's been a lot going on in our group. We've got a girl that's kind of going through a lot of pain. She's had some brain and spine central nervous system come back. So if you can pray for her, that'd be great. And then other than that, I think same old, same old. I'm going to do a video maybe tomorrow to update you about a project I'm going to be working on that we're going to be developing and I need help on. So I would love feedback. So I'll talk about that on the next video. I think that's it. So I miss you guys. I'm sorry I haven't updated you. I have just been in a lot of pain and not doing too much because I did too much. So my husband is being amazing and doing a lot around the house except for the dishes. No, that's kind of my job. I mean, I should have done it, but I didn't do it. I didn't want to. So everybody be good. I miss you all. I love you guys. I've had a lot of people reach out, so thank you. I've needed it. It's been a tough... I think the problem is everybody's got their thing, and it's very isolating. It's very lonely, which I'm talking to the choir. I mean, everybody's on this boat. But I think what's even more isolating for some of us is that even when things open up, it's not going to matter to us. Like, we're still, until they have a vaccine, I can't do anything. So I appreciate everybody working and taking care of groceries and things for all of us at home so that I can get food and live. So I appreciate everybody. I hope you're well. Stay safe, and I'll do an update soon about an exciting project we're working on that I need help on. So, love you guys.